It was the death of Bastion Rook, and the revelation that Shelly the Killer was in our midst. The case had taken a turn that we could never have predicted. Mr. Knight ordered that the door be open. The door to the presidential plane be opened. The emergency professional attending to Mr. Rook's body were asked to leave. With the scene cleared, we stepped cautiously aboard. No. 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 Absolutely not. No. No. Yeah. I don't think so. We also got a couple gas masks over here for some reason. But yeah, no. No. I don't buy this for a second. No. Yep, Poker Girl is on the same mindset as me. I'm pretty sure Poker Girl's played this game. But yeah, Poker Girl knows exactly what I'm thinking. Yeah, no, he wasn't shot on stage. Absolutely not. That bullet hole is indicative of that 100%. What else we got here? What's this? What the heck is that? So some files on the table. Hey, whatever the things are. Forgot what the name is. Yeah, and also if he was he wearing that vest? Can't tell. But if he's wearing a bulletproof vest under that, and that's the one that's on the table, then yeah, he was 100% shot after. Yeah, just one look and I'm immediately like, yeah, no, this doesn't work. Also, why is the oxygen mask open? Why is that out? What's that doing out? We got a lot interesting going on here. There's also like a square cut out on the floor. President somewhere else. No president in sight. Now where could he be? Who knows? Ah, so he's hiding behind the bulkhead door over there, is he? As courageous in the face of danger as ever. Ha, sorry to disappoint you. Did you seriously expect him to be standing here waiting to meet his assassin? As if we have already established, my interests lie only in the successful conclusion of this investigation. Now, Mr. Edwards, if you would be so kind as to examine the body. All right. My only option now is to play along. The rest is up to you, Detective Gumshoe. The attempted assassination of the president has become the murder of a bodyguard. You look like you could use a little help there, Mr. Edwards. Not that I need it, but yes. That's what I thought. Then there's nothing else for it. Okay, Faraday, Great Thief Extraordinaire will just have to take it from here. Oh, really? You mean you're going to solve the case for me? Nope. I thought not. But I will provide vital assistance. I'll scour the crime scene from top to bottom. It'll take Detective Gumshoe a while to assemble our backup. So we'll need to draw this part of the investigation out for as long as possible. So yeah, there's a lot. I must scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. bullet seems to have entered just under his armpit and went clear through his body. It was hit in an area where bulletproof vests didn't cover. Like it was on purpose or something, huh? The cause of death would appear to be loss of blood. Attempts were made to stanch it, but to no avail. Medics must have been brought in to try and save him. Sadly, it was too little too late. The victim was also carrying a revolver. Looks like he was trying to use it. He probably drew it on instinct when he felt threatened. We should check out to see if he managed to fire any rounds off. All there, and no signs that the weapon have been used. Was this one on loan from Zingfa too? Yep, sure was. Yep, sure was. We were always issued with the same model gun. Victim Mr. Baskin Rook, a bodyguard to the president of Zingfa. It's one of the guys that brought the president inside as soon as the shooting started. Which means he continued to do his duty right up until his dying breath. At least he'll get posthumously promoted. Okay, it's better for you to know when to say nothing at all than to end up with your foot in your mouth. What do you mean? I mean, bodyguards don't even operate on the same rank promotion system as the police in the first place. It's a bulletproof attached case. Bodyguards use them to shield their clients from gunfire. There were some in case photographed too. Looks like Rook and Knight each had one. Yeah, and like you can see, like this is blocking where his armpit was that got hit. Oh hey, that's a photo I snatched. You can hardly steal a photo at a public event, Kay. But I'm snatching at the moment. It was every picture I take, you know. I take it snatch is your new favorite word. Maybe. There are two large rectangles cut into the floor here. Because he hinges through the gaps. It's an emergency entrance disguised as an emergency exit. All the president would need to do is lower his rope ladder and make his miraculous escape. Which would make it an exit, not an entrance. So which is it? It's an exit, but it's used as an entrance, but disguised as an exit. Yeah! Good grief, Kay. I think? Congratulations, you've even confused yourself. That's quite an achievement. So we're not gonna talk about it, huh? Two gas masks, in case of poison gas attack, I suppose. The president certainly seems to think he's at risk of assassination all the time. Wow, gas masks, I've never seen one before. I've heard plenty about them, of course. Oh, from a fellow thief, I assume? No, from the Jammin' Ninja, you know? It's a favorite kids' TV show. Princess Murasaki was getting married, but the toxic ninja Wolfsbane showed up to lay down on some sick burns. And time to tune out. Might save myself a brain cell or two. That looks heavy. Those are what the president wears, huh? Must be made of something super special. Yes, to protect him from bullets. What? So it's not just for show? Of course not. It's a bulletproof vest with a bullet in it. Oh, so that's what one of those looks like. Why didn't you just say so? Now I feel silly. These personal safety alarms are very colorful. They look like they get a lot of use as well. I like the president. He seems like a thoughtful guy. Buying these for his kids, maybe his wife too. Why would they all be here if that was the case? No, these are for his own personal use. Objection, Your Honor. That is simply not possible for one person to use this many personal alarms. Why do you ask? Because he's a human and therefore possesses only 2 hands. "20 hands wouldn't be enough to count the number of objections I have to that objection." Documents of some kind. Could always steal a glance. Wait, so this is a different one. What date's on this one? Let's say March 24th. So it was changed. It was changed five days over the 5 days. And there's also 4 pawns up there too. Another security, and there's also pawns on steps and below, but all the pawns got removed. Why? That's just an inside job, does it not? Also covered in case of assault. Present safety is paramount. Spectator area should be covered at all times. Another security plan. Oh yeah, the one from the trash can. Precisely. But wait, something feels off. There's a lot that feels off. The 2 plans are different. Was the security detail reorganized at some point? Huh? Oh, you're right. Yeah, we made some last-minute changes yesterday. President's orders. Why the urgency? Because of what happened the day before. The killer tried to take him down. Oh. But why less people then? He infiltrated the security detail. Posed as one of us. Rook figured it out. Not before the guy got within striking distance of the president. If the leader hadn't stepped in just then, we'd all have been out of a job. But he made it, and our friend wound up with a seriously twisted arm. Rook put a bullet in it for good measure too. And where were you while this was happening? You were the first one I overpowered, were you not? Oh, that's embarrassing. Shut up, kid. Now I get it. Your neck has barely begun to heal. You've already forgotten who I am. I'm disappointed. So the neck wound came from Shelly the Killer. busted my neck so bad I can't even look right. Looking right now. I was somewhat astonished to have sustained an injury at all. Testament to Mr. Rook's skills. He was truly a master of his craft. Unlike a certain someone I could mention. I'm as good as he ever was. You were a pawn to his queen, my young friend. What the heck do you know? So that's why you remember Mr. Rook's name. You admired his skills as a bodyguard. Indeed. While I was serving on the team, I learned the names of all the operatives. But his, in particular, stayed with me. It joined a very short list of those who have ever successfully wounded me. So that's the connection that he was talking about. And that's why he changed up the security plan. He had to make sure there weren't any more assassins in the ranks. But why did you two switch positions? Why did Rook and Knight switch positions then? Why did you get flipped? President didn't want anybody on stage he didn't trust. And you only trust two people. Me and Rook. How does this explain your change of position? Oh yeah, he switched over to the right-hand side. I told you I can't turn my neck to the right. Could only cover the prison's left side. So I wound up moving to the right side of the stage. What's this? A curious figure of a curious animal with a curious expression is staring straight at me. And look, there's a big lever on right by its butt. Don't even think about it. Oh, I wasn't thinking about anything, I swear. I imagine the lever opens the panels beneath my feet. Ah, I see. So he's standing on a trap door. I strongly advise you not to pull it. Do so, and you will regret it. You know, I'm okay with taking some advice, especially when it's from a professional killer. Okay, so that's gonna be important. Okay, we can't examine the mask. That looks to be it. It's a bank of monitors displaying camera feeds from in and around the plane. What on earth is this? Oh, that's Prince's favorite plushie. It's a memento of something. Anyway, don't touch it. But if that's the case, why has it been left up there like nobody cares about it? Yeah, it's pretty weird. Certainly wouldn't be the first place I would think to display a beloved item. Wait, those shards of glass beneath it? I thought something seemed strange about this cubbyhole, but now I'm sure of it. Oh, so it's not even a TV screen. It's just straight up. It's just straight up a toy in there. It's almost certainly another monitor here. He's back home. These monitors display the cockpit and parts of the plane's exterior. I don't see anything out of the ordinary. This monitor is displaying the feed of this very balloon. They ain't go cheap when they bought these, huh? Very high res. Oh, I'm afraid I can't quite tell myself, but I can even see the little crow's feet around your eyes. My bad. There's usually deep etched lines, you know, on your forehead. If you've quite finished. Why is that one out? That's the outside of the plane. Most intruders could not hope to approach without being spotted. But such measures would be mere child's play in my case. Whoa, you're saying you can get past cameras like these without being seen? Of course, with ease. You have to teach me how, please? Are you taking on apprentices by any chance? Girl, you do realize he's a killer, right? Okay, you do realize who you're talking to, don't you? I am sorry. I had to ask though. Great skill for a great thief to know. Unfortunately for you, I'm not the type to take on understudies. Not, huh? Shame. Shame is what exactly? Prison is on the other side of this door. And what a door it is. Bet I could get a better of it, though. Get the better of it? Doors aren't there to be beaten. But look how heavy it is. Look at that lock. It's just sitting there begging me to try it. Calm down, Kay, and think. Why might this door be locked? For me to open it, of course. Precisely. For you to open it, of course. Wait. What is the right answer anyway? Someone has left an inflatable boat in an oar here. Probably so it's ready to go at any time. Wait, but there's only one oar. You can still row with one oar, you know. There's a wide selection of protective equipment here. Bulletproof vest, hazmat gear. No way, there's even a spacesuit. I get the sense that the president thinks he's very much in need of protection at all costs. What if he was in a gunfight and there was poison gas everywhere? And he was in space? What would he do then? You'd give up on life, probably. Then you'd simply put on a bulletproof vest, hazmat gear, and a spacesuit. Duh. That's probably easier said than done. I didn't do it. I'm a reporter. Bag scoops, not souls. Then why did you lie about your jacket and the laser sight? That was... I know y'all would think it was fishy. Is that really all it was? Because you do realize, hiding information from me, it just makes you look worse. Even, like, you need to realize that. Please, you gotta believe me. I can never do something like this. I like to tell you everything will be alright, but just try not to worry too much. If you really are innocent, I'll prove it. One way or another. Thanks, Chief. I believe in you. How many times must I tell you, I am not your chief? Oh, sorry, Ruffles. Klein forgot you were Chief number 2. That's not what I meant. I have high hopes for your investigation. I do hope you won't betray my trust in you. Things are progressing well, I hope. There's No need to worry. Things are progressing just fine. Remember, I absolutely despise betrayals of all kinds. Yes, I know. Indeed you do. So please, do take care of not to double-cross me or accidentally or otherwise. I really have no choice but to do as he says for now. Can't believe I let an assassin on the president's plane. Oh, very well. For the good of the investigation, Mr. Knight. Don't give me that. I know what you really want. You do indeed, because you heard me say it already. I wish to know the truth behind Mr. Rook's death. But you did also say that you were asked to assassinate the president by a certain someone. You seem to have forgotten that there are more pressing matters at hand. I don't often carry out unpaid work, but it's not entirely unheard of. Fine. I'll get back to the investigation. Good. I'm expecting great things from you, Mr. Edwards. Alright. I think we need to question this. Because a bullet passed through the victim's body, where did it end up? Wait, well, I was asking where did it end up? So... Oh wait, is it this found on the desk has a bullet lodged in it? Is it the president? So maybe... Does it want this? Can we compare the two guns? Two guns are exactly the same, other than the laser on it. I mean, it's likely that the one we found is also from Zing Fa. Bodyguards all got their guns from Zing Fa authorities, right? Yes. Are they, like, super rare or anything? No, I don't believe so. The model isn't exactly easy to come by in this country, but it's certainly not impossible either. Though... Here I thought they might be valuable treasures. Yes, it is something of a shame. Whoa! I just mentioned treasures and you actually responded for once. I really mean to point out that the guns were rarer. Rarer, it would be much easier to trace them. Which what would have made them treasures of the evidence variety, I suppose. Ha! See? Everything's a treasure hunt one way or another, including the investigation. You could say that. Alright then, it's treasure hunted time. On with the investigation. Sure, it certainly seems a lot more enthusiastic all of a sudden. Probably not. I don't think these two are connected to anything right now. I think we can connect these. Two bullets were fired in total. We know this because two shots were heard. One traveled through the flag and into the balloon. The other took Mr. Rook's life. But there's a bullet in the president's vest too, right? How's that possible? How indeed. The numbers don't add up. However, there is one possible explanation. There is? After passing through his body, the bullet that took Mr. Rook's life didn't find itself lodged in the vest. I don't think so. We don't have the vest, but the bullet was on the right side of the vest, which that's kind of an awkward positioning for it to be after hitting Rook. In other words, the two of our bullets were in fact one. No way. He's right. The president had him wearing that vest. Could have been a lot worse. And he wasn't injured at all by the impact. Even when obstructed by a vest, a bullet can inflict serious damage. Sure, I've known a guy with broken bones in that way. But the president's okay. He's made strong stuff. Sounds like he didn't even need a vest. let's not get carried away here. I want that bullet's ballistic markings analyzed. Remind me what those are again? Guns leave unique patterns on grooves with every bullet they fire. By examining these grooves, we can use them to identify which gun it came from. Think of them as fingerprints of sorts. You can tell all that from a bullet? What are we waiting for? Analyze away. My piece is said and done. That bullet is solid armor. The input cover completely fattened it. It would like if there's anything left for forensic to find. Why? I was all vet for some now analyzing. That's quite enough investigating for now. What's taking so long, Detective Gumshoe? Well, Mr. Edwards, have you solved the case? No, not yet. Is that so? Then perhaps interviewing another key witness might help you to do so. Another witness? Who? You don't mean... Most important witness of all, the man on the other side of that door. He really intends to have me question the president. Now, if you would be so kind to summon him, Mr. Ridworth. Stop right there, the killer. You're nuts if you think I'd let you anywhere near you. Well, Mr. President, I'm sure you're watching us through the security feed, aren't you? In which case, I politely request that you show yourself. That is, if you value your bodyguard's life. Well then, nothing else, we now know what kind of man you really are. Mr. President! Stop, you can't do this. Let's just all calm down, alright? Come on, detective, where the blazes are you? Eh! The lights, what's happening? Listen well, Mr. Edwards. I would advise you to stay very still. Seems I will not be granted my audience with the president after all. Even with Mr. Knight's leg as my bargaining chip. No! Stop! Okay, you won't get away with this, kid. I've seen enough now, and now I know the truth. Where are you? Where did you go? I leave the rest in your capable hands, Mr. Edwards. Worse. Mr. Edwards. Detective Gumshoe? Sir! Mr. Edwards, sir. Must have been knocked unconscious. Sir, you're okay? Are you alright, Mr. Edwards? Never mind me. Didn't hurt you, did he, Kay? Nah, I'm fine. I only just woke up myself. My head will be sore for a while, but that's about it. So you can stop worrying. Detective, did you manage to stop the killer? No, sir. Well, see, Miss Lloyd came running out of the plane and, he told us he'd flown the coop. We're too late. I'm sorry, sir. But bodyguard over there told us something, too. There's this inflatable boat missing from the side of the boat, side window. Yeah, the killer must have stolen it and rowed himself across the lake. What about the cordon around the park? Got everybody back to take out the plane. Go to the gas station across the water. No. It completely slipped through our fingers. Not the best look for the department, but yeah. Hey, Edgeworth. Mr. Knight, you're alive. Yeah, no thanks to that murderer. Oh, that reminds me. Found this line on the ground next to you, Mr. Edgeworth. Yep, it's one of the calling cards. A calling card marked with a seashell. Guess you want to leave a message. Can't flip it around. The killer usually leaves these next to the bodies of his victims. Yeah, but you're not dead, sir. But I could have been. Maybe that's the message. Can't stop thinking about his parting words. I have seen enough, and now I know the truth. I'll leave the rest in your capable hands, Mr. Edgeworth. And now I know the truth. The truth about what? Roger that. All out. Roger that. All clear out here, sir. Over. What's going on? That was the president. He's coming out. Now? So he's the president of Zengfa, Mr. Diju Wang. And you are? It's an honor to meet you, Mr. President. My name is Miles Edgeworth. The honor is all mine, Mr. Edgeworth. I am Diju Wang. Your effort on behalf of the Zengfa has not gone unnoticed. You've averted something of a crisis. You must be referring to the Yatagarasu case. Thank you, sir. But all I did was solve a few local cases of murder. You are too humble. But I have been observing your investigation. You're an impressive operator, Mr. Edwards. Even if the killer did get away. That was very kind to say. So he was watching through the security feed. Sadly, I must inform you that just as far as your investigation goes. What do you mean? Hear me, foolish prosecutor, for I shall say this only once. Knight has appraised me of the state of affairs. From this point forward, this case will be handled by Zengfa's police force, the finest in the world. Even with the killer out of the picture, they're still looking to get me thrown off the case. What do you think you're doing, pal? Nobody talks to Mr. Edgeworth like that. If it hadn't been for him, the killer would have. Detective. Forgive him, Mr. President, but I must confess to being somewhat confused. I fail to see how or why this case falls within Zengfa's jurisdiction. You fail to see. Enough, puny prosecutor. You seek explanations from a head of a state. No, I say no. 1,000 times no. I will not explain myself to you. Now hand over the evidence you have gathered and remove yourself from this plane. You do as he said if I were you, Mr. Edgeworth. This can't really be the end of the line, can it? Case evidence handed over to Mr. Knight. Boo! Should have just walked out the plane with it like, no, you don't get any of this. Goodbye. Why let us come so far only to pull the case out from under us? Now, you may leave. Knight, detain the suspect. Yes, sir. Right away. Answer me this. In a world with already lousy lies, with deception, with sin and inequity, Can we stand by and suffer yet another crime to go unpunished? I say no. 1,000 times no. There can be no forgiveness. There can be no surrender. Why, you ask me? Then I will tell you. It's hiding something. I'm certain of it. And if I leave now, we'll never know the truth. Mr. Edwards, sir. Mr. Edwards, there's gotta be something we can do. Think, Miles. Remember. How many times have you faced a situation like this in a courtroom? Confronted the lies of witnesses, encountered the arguments of other lawyers. Has the critical evidence always been laid out at your feet? No. And yet you've always got to the truth in the situation at the end. With your greatest weapon of all, your words. Ooh, now, let us analyze this state of play. Begone, putative prosecutor! Will you dare defy the direct order of a president? You are not my president. I do not care what your orders are. He's not going to listen. Clearly means to drown out any objection by means of pure rhetorical force. When an opponent is on the offensive, the best thing I can do is bide time and wait for an opening. As he said himself, he is the head of state, a seasoned politician. He won't open himself up to attack easily. Can't let him bully me into submission. I have to stay calm and alert. If I can read his movements and expressions correctly, I may be able to find my moment. My first thing to do, find out why he's insisting Zingfa take over the case. The board is set. Time to make my opening gambit. High chest. Commence! Please, about the case. Did I give you permission to speak? No. 1,000 times no. I am the leader of Zingfa. I have no time for your insolent backshot. I was simply hoping to confirm one basic fact. You say the investigation will now be assigned to your national police force. I do. Now enough of your pointless questions. Good boy. The interior of this plane is sovereign territory of Zingfa. You have no rights here. Is that so? Could it be that our court location itself is significant somehow? I should keep that in mind. It could be a useful clue. Yep. If he actually was killed on the plane, that would be a big deal. Could you at least explain to me why I'm off the case? Imbecile! Seize your insolent captain! I need not explain myself to you. My reasons are my own, and none of your concern. Perhaps it's time to employ my clue. In the course of our conversation, introduce a certain fact from your behavior, Mr. President. For example, you seem particularly aggressive when discussing our current location. You smarmy smart aleck. You said yourself, the presidential plane is the sovereign territory of Zingfa. And from that we can infer that you believe the rules of extraterritorial apply inside here. Is that correct? Enough! Seize your objectionable whining. You can rant on and roar all you like, but you won't escape my scrutiny. It was unmistakable. The moment I mentioned extraterritoriality, you became visibly agitated. You think you're clever, don't you? Let me answer your little question. It's true, extraterritoriality applies. Your laws mean nothing here. Yeah. But here's the deal, buddy. If he was shot on the platform, if the territory of the platform belongs to the United States. But if the location your guy was shot was on your plane, that's a massive difference. That's why you're trying to push it. And what does that matter, you ask? It matters because it means you are powerless. You have neither the influence nor authority here. Interesting. So extraterritoriality issues does have something to do with this after all. Let's dig a little deeper into the plane of sovereign territories, shall we? The next move will surely decide the victor. Maybe the president, but nobody is untouchable. I just have to find the right angle of attack. You believe that extraterritoriality applies here, but can you prove it? Do you even understand what you are asking? Of course, I didn't. Of course, if I didn't, I wouldn't ask it. Have you no shame? Call into question a good word of one such as myself. I divide my time here. No more time for this. You clearly cannot be saved from your foolishness. You needn't worry about me. I'm not the one who needs saving. That would be Miss Lloyd, the woman who is being boldly accused of the crime. Your chivalry is admirable, but it changes nothing. The right to extraterritorial cannot be denied. This is Zangfa. If I want to take this any further, I need a clue of some kind. Surely you see that you've overplayed your hand. Nobody asked for your opinion. You need only to obey me, nothing else. You dare tell me how to govern, how to lead. You dare contradict me. On the matter of Miss Lloyd's guilt, yes I do. No, she is guilty. She is the culprit. There is nothing left to debate. It's fight time again. Who else could have fired from outside the plane? There is no other viable suspect. Fascinating. So he's claiming that Miss Lloyd fired at him from outside the plane. This could be a vital clue. I may not be able to call the extraterritoriality of the presidential plane into doubt. However, according to you, she shot at you from outside the aircraft, correct? In which case, extraterritoriality could not possibly apply in this case. Your assertion is entirely without merit, and the detainment of Miss Lloyd cannot be justified. How could I have? Bested, but I am a prosecutor. But I am the president. The president! Checkmate. Mind chess check.